Hey everyone, this is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions. How is everyone doing today? I wanted to welcome you for day 12 of my 12 Days of Christmas. This is the last project for this year on 12 Days of Christmas. And it is a candy cane holder. And I absolutely love this project because I love some candy canes. I'm a candy cane eater, let me tell you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna set this off to the side. Now, I'm gonna do probably our stamping first because that always helps. So you're gonna wanna grab yourself a piece of lovely crumb cake cardstock that measures approximately 3 1/4 inches wide by 3 3/4 inches tall. Grab in your cherry cobbler ink. And I am going to be using More Merry Messages again this year because there's just some really beautiful things in here. But there's this stamp right here that says there's no happy like holiday happy, and I think that's totally true, especially this time of year. There is no happy like holiday happy. So we're gonna be using that. I already have it mounted up, so let's go ahead and get it all stamped. Now, the really great thing about this project is you can leave it as I've done it, or I'm gonna pull this down a little bit closer to me. You can actually make it a full card, and I'll explain how that's gonna work in just a little bit, but it does work as a full card. Not something you can send in the mail unless you guys pulled out the candy cane, just to let you know. So go ahead and stamp that down. Beautiful. Now, if you wanted to take this card up a notch, you may want to stamp this in basic black or even early espresso and then color in parts of the images. So we are done with the stamping, so go ahead and close up your ink. We're going to set this off to the side to dry for just a couple of seconds. And I'm going to go through some of the paper that you're going to need. So for this project, you are going to need a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of paper. That means you can get 4 of these out of one sheet of 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper. If you guys are in the rest of the world, just cut your piece in quarters. I believe yours is 8 by 11 1/2 or 8 by 11 1/4 inches. Go ahead and cut yours in quarters. It's gonna look just about the same, just to let you guys know. So 4 of these out of one sheet. Now, if you guys wanted to make this a full card, you don't have to cut 4. You just cut your paper in half, either long ways or crossways. Either one works. All right. Now, I'm using Warmth Cheer Designer Series paper, and this was a paper from previous year. I believe it was last year's. And I just loved it. And I actually had a whole lot of scraps of it. So I picked up my scraps. Now, my scraps are a little bit smaller. My DSP piece is 2 3/4 inches by 6 inches in total. And you're gonna cut that 6 inches off at 5 1/4. So, you know, it actually comes like this, but you wanna cut off that 3/4 of an inch. You're gonna use that, but set that aside. Now, mine were cut a little bit smaller. If you guys wanna leave yours at 3 inches, so you guys, all you have to do is cut straight down the piece of paper, feel free to do that as well. That means you get 2 of each one of these out of one 6-inch piece of paper, 6 by 6 piece of paper. So really awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna attach that. Just grab yourselves, wrong side of the snail, maybe. I'm not a snail. Fast fuse it is. Didn't realize I was out of snail. Grab yourself your favorite adhesive and line it up and stick it down. Again, I would suggest 3 inches by 5 1/4. Ooh, that is not straight. See, this is why I don't really stick stuff down with fast fuse very frequently. All right, we gotta straighten that out just a little bit. Okay, much, much better. Okay, so there is that. Now, you're gonna have that little 3/4 inch by 3 inch piece that you're like, okay, what am I gonna do with this? Well, I turned mine over and you're gonna see it still matches. It's actually really quite beautiful. Most of them coordinated with each other. You may not agree with the coordination, so if you guys have a whole bunch of these that you're making, you can always mix and match. However, this one here, I thought it matched really beautifully with this one. So I went ahead and used it. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and use this one too. I cannot find my candy cane. So we're gonna borrow the one from my original project here. My suggestion to you guys is to then place your candy cane down. And I would do this with glue dots. This is gonna sound really crazy, but glue dots actually work really well. So first, put one on each end. So one on each end. Oops, you guys probably want to see me putting them on each end. So one on each end, and then I also stick one in the center. Now the one in the center is in theory going to actually attach to your candy cane itself, okay? And then you just kind of sit here and you're like, all right, I like it there, and I want it here. So there we go. And in theory, it kind of just holds it all in place, okay? You kind of move it. But, you know, if you put that third little glue dot in the center, it's not a requirement, but it does help hold your candy cane in there. Just a little bit better. All right, now for the rest of all the Big Shot stuff. So we have our stamped image here. I grabbed the labels collection. This is a retired collection from Stampin' Up. You can also grab the current version of the label dies if you guys would like. Or anything else. A circle would also work. You know, there's no rhyme, reason, right, wrong. Now I am using the magnetic platform with one cutting plate on the bottom. My image, I'm gonna get my arm out of the way for you guys. My image as well as my die. There we go. And then another cutting plate for the top. Run it all the way through. And there we go. All right, all done. All right, that was painless, right? Okay, so now comes the point for dimensionals. Grab yourself some dimensionals. And I went with a lot because this is actually a fairly large piece. You'd be surprised. And because it has so many edges and goofy things like that, I actually want that one there, that one there. And then because I'm crazy, I'm gonna put one in the middle. Do you actually need 5? No, you probably don't need 5. But who can argue with dimension, right? All right, take that one off already. Okay, and then I kind of like mine sitting down here. There we go. Lightly. Now, I grabbed in the Baker's Twine Trio Pack. This was a pack from last Christmas in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. It basically matches the Warmth and Cheer group of paper. It's Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, and Gold. And so I went ahead and I cut approximately, ooh, if I can pick them up, there we go. Approximately 6 inches of each one of these ribbons, or each one of those Baker twines. I'm actually going to tie them in a bow all together. And I cut 6 inches for tying purposes. Do you actually need 6 inches? Probably not. So, all right, let's tie ourselves a bow. My fat fingers are totally getting in the way today. Actually looks really good. I'm gonna trim the edges just a smidge, and we're gonna grab one more glue dot. Because who does not need another glue dot, right? Now, my original, I put it actually on here. This time, I think I'm actually going to put it up a little bit. I'm actually gonna stick it on my Designer Series paper. Oh, I think I like that. But I'm gonna move my candy cane over just a little bit. There we go. So, that is my 12th project for 12 Days of Christmas. I really hope you guys enjoyed this project. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys would like to see more projects like this, please go ahead and subscribe. And this is Mel from Cardstock Concoction saying thank you for watching 12 Days of Christmas this year. If this is the only video you caught, go ahead and check back for the other 11. They're really fun. They can be used with all kinds of paper. And I really, really hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks a lot. Happy holidays, everyone. Bye.